My name is Martin Hultberg. I'm IP developer for Tom Clancy's The Division.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for talking with me today. So it was announced last year at E3, and I've been ever so excited since then. Since last year, we've obviously had the PC version has been announced, which is very, very exciting. As a PC gamer, it's opened up brand new worlds to playing with my friends, so thank you to you guys for that.
You're welcome.
Are there any other major changes or additions that you've announced this year?
If we look at what we announced, obviously we've done much more than what we announced. But what we announced at E3 this year was something called Echo, which is, if you've seen the trailer, it's the point-rendered orange cloud that renders the scene. And that's a tool that the player and the agents use to figure out what happened and what caused the disaster in the first place. And then we also have the base of operations, which is new, which is another part of how you take back New York from the disaster from the virus. With
that, obviously you were working with New York, and obviously there's some limits within there, but how difficult was it to age the city so it works in that 3 weeks? Because obviously the cinematic was beautiful and it showed it really, really well, but in terms of technical issues, how troubling was that?
I mean, we designed the engine Snowdrop with this in mind, for this exact reason. So because of this, it's actually not, well, it's still difficult, but it's easier than it might have been otherwise, because the engine is built from the ground up to accommodate this and many other things that we needed to create this world.
Absolutely. So we had some more run-ins with some enemies in the game, so that was really exciting to see. I saw I think there were some new weapons there. There was like a flamethrower turret thing, which looked absolutely amazing. I don't know if that's the working title for it. But that looked amazing. We
call it the Sentry.
The Sentry.
Yep.
Okay, and there was also a flying flashlight thing as well.
Strobe.
Strobe.
Yes.
I think we saw did we see the cluster bomb last year, like the round
well,
thing?
you saw a version of it, and actually it's synonymous for a lot of the gadgets and abilities in the game, is that they can be modified, and well, it's an RPG as well, and I mean it's about finding the style you want to play in. So the core gadget is one thing, and then you can have different abilities to it.
Yeah, and you could respec those on the fly as well. So,
yeah, it's a weapon platform with great flexibility.
Absolutely. In terms of, because obviously it's a Tom Clancy game, how much of an impact is that going to actually have on the game? Are Tom Clancy fans going to go, oh yeah, there's whatever reference or stuff? I
think Tom Clancy fans are gonna go exactly like that. Yeah, there's a reference, but we're not necessarily connecting it to other Clancy games. But there's still, it's been very important for us from the beginning to stay true to what people expect from a Clancy game. Yeah. So, if we trail back a bit and we look at the strobe, for example, that's something that's, you know, it has a viable tactical application in real life. It's something that could be used in real life. And the way we use it here is in a way that makes sense. So I think a Clancy fan will recognize that.
Yeah, absolutely. In I believe it was the cinematic, there was a man being saved.
Yeah.
Is that something that's going to actually be happening in the game? Are you going to be saving citizens at all?
Well, it's about taking back New York from not only the virus, but also the factions that are threatening to overrun it. So yeah, for sure, civilians are an important part of the game.
Yeah. But what happens to them afterwards? Do they join you, or just they exist somewhere nice and safe?
Well, part of it connects to, again, the base of operations, and we'll be talking a lot more about exactly how they operate in the months to come. But it depends on where you encounter the civilian and how this situation plays out, basically. So.
Fantastic. And finally, what is your favourite combo of weapons that you can talk about currently? What would you spec if you were going to go into a fight, you know, a fairly standard fight? What would you roll with?
I actually think the main player in the demo that was released is probably more along the style that I would go, with the strobe and the submachine gun. That's me.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good. Well, thank you ever so much for talking to me. Very best of luck. It's to be announced, but it's 2015.
2015.
And then on all the next gen PC.
Yes, and PC. Don't forget PC.
Don't forget, I won't forget PC, don't worry. So yeah, thank you very much for talking to me.
Thank you.
And very best of luck with the game.
Thanks.